so that there is no doubt that memory is used by the variable is um, is the copy of call by value method. This is of course a great section, but the number reason is there are two reasons why not good idea that you are the programmer needs to choose between the call by value and call by reference. There are reasons inside effects and privacy. Unwanted size effects usually cause the individual changes are made by the call by reference parameters. So it is better to use call by value by default and only use call by reference if data changes are expected. Dimensional array. Here is the example of two-dimensional array. int, it is an integer data type, and disp is the array name. Here we have two index number with two index size. One is 2 for the row section and 4 for the column section. Here we have two rows. This is one row and this is another row. And here we have four columns. 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. That is how we have two rows and four columns, and by this array we declare that. Store the value in array. By this inline section, integer is the type. Then we declared array equals to new integer value. Here index size is 5 and the values are from 1 to 5. That is how we store the value in the array in C# programming with the inline condition. By indexing can also store values. In this array index number 0 we have put number 1. Here in number 1 index we have value 2, as in number 4 we have the value 5. Here is the memory representation. 2D array conceptual memory representation are given here. Here are second subscription and this is the first subscription. In the section we have changed in the row section, row 0, 1, 2 and 3 and 4. In the section we have changed in the column, like here we have 0, 0, 0, here we have 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2 and 3, 3, 3. That's how the two-dimensional array represents. The actual memory representation by 2D array in computer memory will looks like this one. Now, pointer in array. Here we have integer type with array name is simple and index size is 10. By pointers we need to point here. Here we have an example. First we declare integer, which is the variable type, and then the pointer p. Then we have declared the array, and here the simple array is equals to the pointer p. That is why the program format assign the p address of the first element of the sample section. That is how we initialize the pointer with the array section. Pointers and 2D arrays. In this table, the table starts with 0, 0. Here we have width, which is 5, and height is 4. The table we have in this section here, the table row number 3, which is 1, 2, and 3, and here the index number is here the column number is 4, which is selected by this one. So here 13 is our selected section. Researching on the element. In this section integer is the type, and in element section we have table. In this index section we have row minus 1 and column minus 1. That means in the memory section, this one is the memory representation of table, and here the table plus row, which is 11, and the table plus row plus column, which is the 13, which is our wanted answer. By here we have used this formula. Here we have row minus 1 section and column minus 1 in this section. That is why our index started from here, this is on the 0, 1, 2. That is why in this section we have 3, which is row minus 1, which will get in the 2 section in this line, and by this 4 we can generate column minus 1, which is 3 here, so that is why we are getting 13 in this section. Now, multidimensional arrays. There can be 3 dimensions in arrays. One is for x, y, and z. Those are called as multidimensional arrays. Programming in multidimensional arrays, the rows are columns and divided by like this table. Initialization of multidimensional array will look like this one. We have already discussed about those points. You can define the size or you can't. Initialization of three-dimensional array. This one is a type, name, then the size of the array, and then the elements. Advantages and disadvantages of array in C programming is given here. Array is basically important for two-dimensional users in programming section, and array is also very useful when working with the sequence of same kinds of data. Disadvantages of array is given here. Array is a static structure, and in C environment it does not check the maximum of array size. Sometimes it is not easy to operate with the indexing section with array. That's for today. Thank you.